The year 570 AD dawns. The Java Sea is a vibrant artery of global commerce. Fleets of ancient trading vessels from India and China navigate the strategic straits of the Indonesian archipelago. But these ships carry more than just silk and spice. They are conduits for culture and faith. Traveling alongside, the merchants are monks and scholars, ferrying priceless Buddhist scriptures and the teachings of the Dharma along the bustling maritime Silk Road. At its glorious era, Syailendra is a place of trade, a melting pot of cultures, where merchants, monks, and artisans from across Asia converge, sharing goods, ideas, and beliefs under the watchful gaze of the burgeoning empire, a key nexus in the maritime Silk Road connecting India, China, and Nusantara. The architecture is a blend of practical design and cultural influences, with wooden structures and stilt houses lining the shore, adapted to the riverine and coastal environment. The settlements of ancient Java, from the era of the great temples to the height of Syailendra Dynasty, were characterized by their organic architecture that predominantly featured structures made of perishable materials. The primary components for vernacular architecture were wood, bamboo, and various woven fibers such as palm leaves and ijak, sugar palm fiber. Built during the Syailendra Dynasty in central Java, Indonesia, around the 8th-9th century AD, the site sat on a hill near, with base dimensions about 123 meters, x 123 meters. Before construction began, ancient Javanese engineers shaped and stabilized the hill by terracing, leveling, and reinforcing it with layers of stone and soil. The andesite stones used to construct the magnificent Borobudur temple were not transported from a distant land. Instead, they were quarried from local sources within the Kedu Plain in central Java near two rivers. Teams of laborers extracted volcanic andesite from riverbanks and hill quarries. Stones were cut into rectangular blocks with iron tools. Smaller stones were loaded onto wooden sledges or carts, while larger blocks were chained and dragged directly by elephants. Elephants are used to haul raw andesite blocks from local quarries and riverbeds to the construction site, sometimes across uneven forested terrain. Wide earthen tracks or stone ramps were built between the quarries and the site to facilitate movement. Wooden rollers or sledges reduced friction. Water was sometimes poured on the path to help slide the sledges more smoothly. Strong fiber ropes from rattan or palm were fastened around the stone blocks and attached to wooden or bamboo yokes secured around the elephants' chests or tusks. Usually 2 to 4 elephants worked together, guided by mahouts or handlers who used simple verbal commands and short bamboo sticks for guidance. Once inside the construction perimeter, elephants helped position large stones near ramps, where human teams then took over, levering and sliding blocks up the foundation with ropes, pulleys, and bamboo scaffolds. Elephants might also have been used to move timber, scaffolding poles, or clay and soil for terracing and foundation work. The magnificent Borobudur temple is a marvel of Buddhist architecture and a profound representation of the journey to enlightenment. Borobudur is built from over 2 million volcanic stone blocks, all interlocked without using any mortar or cement. The temple consists of 9 stacked platforms, 6 square ones at the bottom, and 3 circular ones at the top. The top is crowned by a giant central stupa. This main stupa is surrounded by 72 smaller, perforated lattice stupas, each containing a statue of the Buddha. Its intricate structure is not merely a collection of platforms and stupas, but a carefully designed spiritual path that guides pilgrims through the 3 realms of Buddhist cosmology. The top of the temple, which consists of 3 circular courtyards. This symbolizes the highest realm of nirvana. The walls and balustrades are famous for their 2,672 intricate stone carving that narrate Buddhist teachings and stories. The temple also features 504 Buddha statues in total. The craftsman's work was a precise, patient, and collaborative effort that combined engineering, deep artistic skill, and a profound understanding of the Buddhist scriptures they were bringing to life in stone. They were highly skilled Javanese artisans working under the direction of Buddhist scholars.
The key to Borobudur's construction lies in a combination of joints carved into the stones. Dovetail joints locking blocks together laterally.
At the peak of the glory of the Medang kingdom in ancient Mataram, the Syailendra Dynasty, who ruled in central Java, were devout Mahayana Buddhists. Under the reign of King Samaratunga, around 780 to 840 AD, a great vision was born: to erect a sacred monument to glorify Buddha and become a center of pilgrimage and learning. The name Borobudur came from the Sanskrit words Vihara Buddha Ur, which translates to Buddhist monastery on a hill. Borobudur was a vibrant, living center of faith. Pilgrims would have included royalty, nobility, monks, and nuns from the Javanese kingdoms, as well as lay people seeking to make merit. Given the maritime power of the Syailendra and Srivijaya empires, it is highly likely that pilgrims also came from other parts of Southeast Asia, and perhaps even India and China. Upon its completion around circa 850 AD, under the Syailendra Dynasty, Borobudur was a magnificent and active center for Mahayana Buddhist pilgrimage. Its entire design is a masterclass in spiritual architecture.
Eruption in 1006 AD is suspected of destroying the kingdom's capital, destroying agricultural land and threatening the population. This natural disaster rendered central Java, particularly the fertile Kedu plain, unsafe and unsuitable as a center of government.
2 centuries have passed. The perfect, clean lines of Borobudur have softened.
For 2 centuries after its abandonment, Borobudur was slowly reclaimed by the wild. The great stone monument was gradually buried by layers of volcanic ash and enveloped by the encroaching jungle. After its builders departed, 200 years of silence fell upon Borobudur. In that time, nature waged a patient siege. The jungle consumed its galleries, roots pried apart sacred reliefs, and volcanic ash entombed the entire site in a deep, grey slumber.
The modern history of Borobudur Temple begins with its rediscovery in 1814 under the British Lieutenant Governor-General Thomas Stamford Raffles. After receiving reports of a large buried monument from Regent Tanjin Singh Raffles, commissioned a Dutch engineer, Hermanus Christian Cornelius, to conduct a survey with a local team.
This temple is a testament to incredible skill and devotion. Let's preserve its beauty.
Theodore van Erp, an engineer in the Dutch military, was appointed to the Borobudur Commission in 1900. This commission was formed by the Dutch East Indies government to assess the monument's severe decay and recommend a course of action based on J.W. Eigerman's 1885 report, which revealed the original base of the temple, reignited interest in the monument, and the first restoration began to be initiated. Borobudur's first major restoration was finally approved and carried out between 1907 and 1911, with Van Erp as the project leader.
Borobudur Temple were inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1991. This designation recognizes the temple as one of the greatest Buddhist monuments in the world.